Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Steve.
And this is night 7 of reading The Adventures of the Bailey School Kids Knights Don't Teach Piano by Debbie Dady and Marsha Thornton Jones.
So the big reveal.
So what was happening last night was Eddie has determined that he finally figured out that Lance E. Lot sounded curiously like Lancelot, and the fact that he was... yeah, minds were blown last night. And so now they're convinced that because back in the day he was battling King Arthur for supreme control over Camelot, that he now wants to come to Bailey City across the ocean.
So he lost the battle then. A wizard kept him alive.
A wizard kept him alive. Now he's come to Bailey City to battle the mayor.
So he's either been alive for this long or he sent him here. I don't know.
Through a wormhole. Regardless, the kids need to stop him from offing the mayor.
So
he's a political assassin, apparently.
Super small city.
Knights aren't political assassins. Chapter 8. Crazy.
It is getting crazy.
I think Eddie got something he didn't expect for his birthday, Melody told Liza the next afternoon. What, Liza asked. He got crazy, Melody said. Melody and Liza skipped down Green Street laughing. Oh, good old Green Street. A few lazy snowflakes floated down from the sky, and Liza tried to catch one on her tongue. It was time for their first piano lesson. They were both excited, but they couldn't forget what Eddie told them the day before. Eddie's not crazy, Liza said. He just got carried away with that night theme from his birthday party.
Just a little carried away.
No, I understand that. I had a Mickey Mouse birthday party when I was 6 years old, and I
were convinced that Mickey Mouse was going to kill the mayor.
I still believe that,
of
Steve.
Your small town.
No, I write to the town hall all the time, letting them know the dangers that Donald Duck poses on our local government. And, they don't respond, which I think is highly irresponsible. And the day that, a Space Mountain is erected in place of our DMV, that's going to be a dark day indeed.
Who are they going to ask for help? Yours. Are you going to help them?
No, I'm not. I tried to save the town for, how old am I? For 20 years I've tried to save the town, and nobody cares.
So, listen to us. Whatever we tell you, do.
Maybe you're right, Melody said, but he's still crazy. Melody and Liza were both laughing about Eddie when they came to the mailbox that said Lance E. Lot. They stared at the huge house until the January wind made their teeth chatter. Well, Liza said with a shiver, Eddie was right about one thing. Melanie nodded. Lance's house definitely looks like a castle, she said. Come on, Liza said.
All round.
Yeah, with its rounded corners and shit.
Castle.
That's the number one feature of a castle, aesthetically. Come on, Liza said. If we don't hurry inside, our fingers will freeze and we won't be able to play the piano. Melody and Liza ran up the long driveway and reached for the door knocker. Lance swung open the door and smiled down at them. His armor glowed in the afternoon light. Please do enter, he said. I am ready to begin. We will have to hurry. Why, Melody asked. I have a meeting, so it's still gonna cost your parents the same amount, except we only have 13 and a half minutes.
So a quarter of the time for just as much price. Let me warm up your hands.
Yeah, should I tell my dad? Do we get a free lesson or something? No, don't tell anybody. Good girls don't talk about piano lessons. Where the fuck was I? Lance, I have a meeting, Lance stammered. Yeah. Right after your lesson, so please, let us begin. Lance led both girls down the hall and into the music room. Liza scooted over a pile of folders. Pile of folders. I was thinking folding chairs. I thought it was like a weird way of...
It's like, huh?
It was like, in the Midwest, they call them folders. No,
folders.
Folders. And perched on a nearby couch to watch Melody. Lance smiled at Liza. There's hot chocolate in the kitchen. Help yourself while Melody has her lesson. So he's sending another kid out of the room.
Go ahead, roll my house.
Yeah. You may hear strange noises, and if you do, they're definitely in your, they're definitely in your stead. They're definitely...
Maybe he wants to get caught. Somewhere deep inside, he's like, I need to be stopped. Help me.
Maybe. You know what? Sickness. There's hot chocolate in the kitchen, help yourself. Well, Melody has her lesson. Liza thanked Mr. Lot but shook her head. Maybe I should watch so I'll know what to do when it's my turn. You know what? Liza is very responsible.
Yeah, actually,
she listened to her parents when they were talking about stranger danger, and she's like, no, that's
wandering. Stay with your friend.
There's candy and puppies in that next room. I don't know about that.
Stay with a buddy, and she's trying to learn.
Melody followed Mr. Lot's directions. Wait, what? She shook her head. She said no. Melody followed Mr. Lot's directions, and soon her fingers were going up and down the keys. He even showed her how to play a tune using all the fingers on her right hand. When it was Liza's turn, Melody scooped up her music folder so Liza could sit on the ancient piano stool. Liza curved her fingers just like Melody had, but when Liza tried to hit a key with one finger, she ended up hitting 2 keys! Then her fingers slipped and she banged a black key. Her playing didn't sound like Melody's at all. You suck, Liza.
You're not as good as Melody.
Lance didn't look worried. He sat up straight, smiled, and showed her the right way.
He does not look worried.
Let me show you. Melody sat on the cluttered couch for a while, but when she started squirming, Mr. Lot suggested she get some hot chocolate. Melody wasn't as good a friend as Liza was, grabbed her music folder and trotted toward the kitchen. Liza's like, wait, whoa, Melody!
Okay, I'll be here.
The kitchen was at the end of the hall. Melody sat at the kitchen table sipping warm cocoa and listening to Liza's piano playing.
You said it was hot cocoa?
What? Hot cocoa.
He said it was hot. It's just warm.
Oh, Lancey Lot. He's full of lies.
They're all chronic liars in this.
Chronic liars. Every time Liza hit a wrong note, Melody cringed. Melody cringed a lot. Liza's plunking was getting on Melody's nerves. Every time Liza hit a wrong note, Melody cringed. Melody cringed a lot. Liza's plunking was getting on Melody's nerves. Melody looked around and saw the heavy door at the end of the kitchen. Maybe she wouldn't be able to hear Liza's bad notes from behind that door. Melody pulled open the door and stared at the round table Eddie had described. Melody laid her music folder on the ancient table. The wood was scarred with deep scratches. She slowly walked around the table and examined each suit of armor. Mr. Lot obviously liked collecting armor. She was ready to go back to the music room when she accidentally knocked her music to the floor. Papers scattered everywhere. Melody crawled around gathering her loose papers. And that's when she saw it.
It?
She saw it.
What'd she see?
It. And that's all we have time for tonight.
Oh!
We'll find out what it is tomorrow when we continue reading The Adventures of the Bailey School Kids Knights Don't Teach Piano by Debbie Dady and Marsha Thornton Jones.